right, listen. I've done this before, but like as Ray from Dallas would say, let's take this walk.
Gods are gonna trouble the water. Gods are gonna trouble the water.
See that band all dressed in white. Gods are gonna trouble the water. The leader looks like a Israelite. God is gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. Gods are gonna trouble the water. See that band all dressed in red. God are gonna trouble the water. It looks like the band that Moses led. God is gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water. Children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. See that band all dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the water. The leader looks like a Israelite. God is gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. See that band all dressed in red. God's gonna trouble the water. It looked like the band that Moses led. God's gonna trouble the water. Everybody wade in the water. Wade in the water. Children wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Shout out to everybody in the States from across the pond. Do you understand me? And I want everybody to know I love y'all dearly for all the support and never will take y'all for granted, right? Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, right? I will never take y'all for granted. I'm not on here looking for people to just agree with me and what I talk about or what I say in this chat, right? Everybody got the right to their own opinion. I may not agree with it, but I just want y'all to know it's all love, right? And I want to let y'all know, man, we hit that 1,500 subscriber mark, man. And I want to thank y'all and show my appreciation and love for that, right? When I tell y'all mean everything to me in this new journey that I'm on. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And y'all know, before we start this show, we got to give a big dog salute to my big homie, Will, the OG Clara. Can we get a big old hand clap for the OG, please?
All right, listen.
I mean, he is that dude numero uno. Can we get a hand clap for the OG, please?
I've done this before, but like as Ray from Dallas would say, let's take this walk.
It might be a part two for this too, because think I got about an hour. And y'all know when I start rumbling, you know, I be rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Y'all know when I get going.
And Drew Paul, you recognize what's up on the screen now?
I do.
This is the VCH data chart from that same mileage or the second triggering event as far as 12,629 miles peak, correct?
Correct.
Guys are gonna trouble the water.
If you could, using the laser pointer, demonstrate to the jury what, if anything, of significance you know with respect to this date.
So for this one, same label as before, just dead. The vehicle control history time is, if I can see that. The trigger time is 1,142.2 seconds after key cycle. And this one shows all the same thing, 10 seconds of data. And it was good. So the vehicle speed on this one shows that she's slowing down. It's 13.7 miles per hour and gets down to 0. Then she's down to 0 for a while, and then the vehicle's speed increases up to 24.2 miles per hour at its max speed. Then it goes down to 23.6 as the last two labels. And the accelerator pedal angle at this point at key trigger is 36.5 and increases up to 74.5%. And it stays around 74.5%, 74, 73.5, and 74.
Now that's 74.5% as far as the pressure being applied to the accelerator pedal, correct?
Correct. And
with respect to that 74.5, that's about 3/4 down, is that correct?
Yes.
Now, with regard to this data from 12,629 miles beat, what, if anything, are you able to tell from this data as far as when that occurred in relation to 12,629A?
So they occurred about approximately 8 minutes. So 1269A occurred 8 minutes prior to the other one, and they both occurred within on the same odometer mileage.
Now, with respect to the duration of the data that you were able to obtain from this one, specifically 1269 miles deep, what kind of duration of data are we looking at?
Say that again?
How long a period of time does this?
So this is from the start of key cycle, or this whole just this one?
Just this one.
Okay, so this is 10 seconds of data.
And with respect to that 10 seconds of data, as far as the 24.2 miles per hour, when does that occur within the 10 seconds of data for this particular event?
So the 24.2, as I'll point out, is right here. It's actually around the 9-second mark.
Now, as far as this trigger is concerned, I understand from your testimony that the maximum speed is 24.2, is that correct?
Correct.
And what is the vehicle speed reported at the end of this 10-second data?
23.6.
As far as the vehicle being in sort of different sets, as far as drive, reverse, things of that nature, what, if anything, did you observe within this data set as far as how it is at the beginning, how it changes at all? What happens with regard to that in the data set?
So this one shows that the vehicle was in drive. It starts off in drive. It's slowing down to 0, and it goes to 0, which is neutral. Then goes down. Then it goes into reverse. So it's going straight, it stops, then gets placed in reverse, and then goes back, goes in reverse.
Now, as far as your training and experience in pedestrian collisions that you've responded to and investigated on prior occasions, as far as weather, as far as the coldness of the ground being frozen, what, if any, impact does that have as far as in relation to the injuries to the back and stroke? Now, at some point during the course of the visibility analysis specifically, what, if anything, did you place behind the vehicle during your visibility analysis?
It was like a punching bag dummy.
And where did you place that in relation to the vehicle?
Along its the right rear.
And as far as that punching bag dummy was concerned, about how far up off the ground was the top of that?
I'm not exactly sure the exact height of it. Maybe my height or taller.
And with respect to your height, sir, how tall are you?
5'6".
I have nothing further.
All right, Mr. Jackson.
Did you ever put the two cars together?
I did not.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You never tested whether or not the SUV would match up with the Traverse, did you?
What do you mean?
You just said, "Oh, look, one of them has matte finish, one of them has glossy finish." You couldn't have happened, right?
No, I'm confused by the question. I'm talking about the tail light. We're talking about the tail light.
Yeah.
Are we talking about tail light? Or are we talking about the bumper?
Yeah, we were talking about the taillight.
So, one person at a time. You both are talking over each other.
You started talking about the bumpers.
Yes.
You said, "Well, one has matte finish and one has glossy finish," right?
Yes.
You said, "Well, you'd expect one of them to like slide off of each other, and they could have done this and they could have done that," right?
Not slide off each other.
You were suggesting that the two cars wouldn't match up such that the taillight could make contact with any part of the Traverse. That's what you were suggesting.
I'm saying it didn't match up because there's no damage to the Traverse.
You didn't test whether or not the lens, the right rear lens on the SUV could match up to any part of the Traverse, right? And make contact, physical contact, right?
When I see a picture of the Traverse,
no?
when I see the picture
No,
of the
this
Traverse,
is a voir dire. I need the information.
you
Mr.
asked me a
Jackson.
question.
Yeah,
And I said when
yes or no question, Trooper.
I don't think so, but
Mr. Jackson, just for there's no jury here.
I
This
realize
is
that.
this is for purposes of what I have to rule on. The more information I have, the better off I am in being able to rule on.
Let me take a breath.
So this is you trying to keep the evidence out. So you want to give me the information.
Understood. Did you or did you not ever do a test where you backed the Lexus up against the Traverse?
we did not.
Did you or did you not ever do a test where you put the two cars together and measured them?
No.
Did you ever measure the taillight of the SUV, the black SUV, against any area on that Traverse?
No.
Did you ever do any force multiplier tests to determine the forces necessary to crack the SUV's convex taillight?
No.
Did you ever do any testing to determine under how much pressure a plastic taillight would need to be subjected before it would crack?
No.
Did you ever do any testing to determine whether or not if a plastic taillight came in contact with a metallic portion of another SUV, whether it would leave any mark?
Haven't done any tests, and I've seen crashes where headlights have struck other vehicles. That's kind of where the experience comes from.
Fair enough. But I'm guessing that those crashes are probably different speeds and higher speeds. Not this, right?
I've had multiple crashes at different speeds.
So, have you ever
Well,
had
yes.
a crash where you've investigated, the Massachusetts State Police has been brought in to investigate a crash where the car was going in reverse at about a half a mile an hour?
Half a mile an hour?
Whatever that was.
Are you saying the SUV Lexus is going half a mile per hour?
Well, you're the reconstructionist. Give me an estimate of how fast you think that SUV was going at the point of contact with the Traverse.
Maybe like 1-2 miles per hour?
Okay, fair enough. Have you ever been called in to investigate a crash where the cars have collided at 1 mile an hour?
I've had pedestrian crashes that have been at a very low speed.
Okay, that wasn't my question. That wasn't quite my question.
Okay.
My question is, have you been called in to a crash involving two vehicles that have made contact at about a mile an hour?
I have seen testing for vehicles at low speeds. So next time I have been called to a crash, I go to fatality crashes, but I have seen testing for vehicles at low speed impacts.
Okay. How low speed?
Like just the bump.
So like this?
Yes.
Did you see any damage?
Yes. All right, well, minimal damage.
Right, in what circumstance? Minimal damage like, I don't know, like a cracked taillight.
No, like just a little bit of rub off on the paint.
Right? Or you might see nothing, right?
Yes.
You've certainly seen circumstances in which two cars come in contact and there's absolutely no physical damage to either car, nothing observable, right?
Have I gone to crashes that have seen no physical damage on a car?
Or just in common sense, just everyday life, where one car backs into another car at the Jiffy Lube, makes contact, and drives away, and there's no damage.
Not normally. It's usually something with car impacts.
Like, what's the something?
A crack or a paint, something, chip, scratches.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you put a piece of metal in that scenario, if you put a piece of metal, steel, right,
Uh-huh.
against a piece of plastic, which one do you think is going to give way first?
You'll still see some damage to both vehicles at a speed.
Which one would give way first?
Between metal, depends what speeds. And what we're talking about, you're just saying plastic and metal. You're giving a pretty general, broad plastic and metal
Trooper Paul,
analysis here.
You got to agree with me. There are circumstances in which low speed, very, very low speed contact between two cars can certainly leave damage on one and not damage on the other, damage on both, or no damage on either one. Observe.
Yes, I just said in that situation where the scratch on the side of her car had a scratch mark and his doesn't appear to have anything.
And you said, under questioning by Mr. Lally, that certain circumstances like this could lead to a lens material, right, plastic material cracking, right?
Say again? Like, on least.
Just a few minutes ago, Mr. Lally
I'm trying to answer your question. Sorry, yes.
Mr. Lally asked you a question a few minutes ago, and you indicated that something might, like a taillight, might actually crack, correct? At a low speed impact.
The taillight might crack in a low speed impact?
Correct.
Yeah, it might crack.
Okay, now, Mr. Lally also said you saw this video where the cars come close to or make contact, right? That's how he worded the question. Remember that?
Come close. Yep.
Which one is it? Did it come close or did it make contact?
I said it might. I don't know if that scratch from the side is. It's something that's consistent with the height of the bumper. Like I said, I didn't measure them from side by side, but you can clearly see there's a scratch on the side, and that's something that looks like that would come back. So as I look at the bumper, and I see the bumper, and it has that little divot, and I look at her side of her car with that scratch mark, that kind of lines up a little bit of why that could be where that was from.
I thought you said there was no damage on that car, on the Traverse.
There is no damage, and that's why I went to why there's the two different paint materials there. That why one could have showed up on her car with that flat, the glossy paint on there, and it could have scratched on it. While you have something that's a little more rougher texture with like a flat, flat color on there that wouldn't leave on there.
So you just described the circumstance in which two cars come in contact, you don't see any observable damage on one, and you do on the other. That's what right?
Yeah, I said yes to that when you asked me that a second ago.
Yeah, let's get back to the question that I asked, which was, in that video, did the SUV come close to, or did it come in contact with the Traverse?
Again, I don't know, because I'm saying based off the damage that is something consistent with that. So most likely it did come in contact with the bumper to bumper, but I don't know definitively because there is no damage to his car, but it's something that could explain why there's a scratch mark alongside the right rear side of his car, or her car.
Did you see the tire move, sir? Did you see the wheel on the Traverse move in that video?
No, I couldn't see the wheel move.
I beg your pardon?
I didn't see it move. If I did, I didn't observe it moving. If it moved, it moved. I didn't observe it moving. I wasn't looking at the wheel.
When was the first time you saw that video?
Like a year ago, I think.
Okay. Did you put anything about that video in your report, which is wherever it is, right here?
Based on that video,
I'm looking at your entire CARS report. Put anything in this CARS report about watching that video?
it appears there might have been movement there.
No, because I watched the video like after the report was done, and I watched it first time on court TV. So
who on court TV during this trial?
Like
Prior hearing.
no, when it was on TV at some point.
When did you and Mr. Lally have a discussion about you testifying about this video?
That was a couple weeks ago?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand.
A couple of weeks ago?
What's a couple of weeks ago? Is it 10 days ago?
Days ago? 2 weeks ago? I mean, 2 weeks ago? Couple? Two?
Where did you two meet?
At the DA's office.
Was that at your request or was that at Mr. Lally's request?
It was a pre-conference hearing, or pre-trial hearing.
Right.
Or pre-trial conference, sorry.
Done?
What's up? Yes.
We're talking over each other. I'm trying not to talk over each other.
I'm trying not either.
Let's both try hard.
Okay.
Who set up the meeting?
For my pre-trial,
Yes.
okay.
Paul.
Adam Lally.
Who was at the meeting?
Right, sitting right here, Lieutenant Tolley.
Lieutenant Tully, you, Adam Lally, Laura McLaughlin, did Mr. Lally show you this video at that meeting?
Yes.
Did he tell you that he intended to ask you some questions about this video at that meeting?
Yes.
Did he ask you whether or not you could render an opinion, whether or not impact you saw or lack thereof, whatever the case may be, was consistent or inconsistent with damage to the taillight?
Yes.
Did you tell him that you would give him such opinion if called upon at trial?
Yes.
Did anybody take any notes?
I don't know.
Were you taking notes?
Yes.
Where are those notes, Trooper Paul?
I think I just, well, no, it's not on this specifically, but just, make sure I had, my everything checks and balance, and for what I want to talk about, what we're going to talk about.
Make sure you had
My
what?
checks and balances, sorry.
Checks and balances.
Just make sure I'm more on the same page of what we understand, what's going on in the trial.
You want to make sure that you're on the same page with Mr. Lally about what's going on in trial. Right?
Yes.
All right. Did Mr. Lally take notes?
I have no idea.
You were watching him. I mean, was he writing something down?
I wasn't paying attention to his note taking.
Miss McLaughlin was there. Was she taking notes?
I don't know.
You didn't see her either?
I don't know if people were taking notes, writing stuff down, or what.
Did you give him an opinion? We've asked whether or not you were asked to give an opinion, and you said, yes, 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 I was.
Yep.
Did you give an opinion at that meeting about whether or not you believe the contact between the SUV and the Traverse, the Lexus and the Traverse, could result in damage to the taillight?
Yes.
What did you tell him in the meeting?
What we talked about already in the stand here.
So what you relayed to him was exactly what you've relayed in this court.
Yes.
All right. He told you that he was going to ask, I'm going to ask you to look at the video, correct?
Yes.
You're going to be asked a series of questions about that video, correct?
He told me the video, and he said, okay, this is the video, this is what they think the taillight was broken, and these are the pictures of his car that they take. So they asked my opinion on, do you think that's where a taillight would be broken?
And he said, and he told you, you need to make sure that you tell the jurors that could have happened in this impact, right?
He didn't tell me to make sure jurors, that's my opinion on, it doesn't appear to happen in that video.
Did he tell you that it would be helpful to the prosecution if you said that it was inconsistent with the taillight break?
Objection.
I'm going to allow it. Did he tell you it would be helpful to the case if you said that?
No.
But you knew it would be, right?
I'm just stating what I saw, my professional opinion on what it is.
Got
If it looked like it was consistent, I would say it's consistent. If it wasn't consistent, it's not consistent. I'm not going to...
I'm sure that's what you would say.
Okay, so comments are not appropriate for the jury. They're also not very good for me, Mr. Jackson.
Understood, Your Honor. Did you formalize your new opinion? Because this is a new opinion, right? You've never been asked this opinion before.
Yes.
Did you formalize this new opinion in any kind of a report, memorialize it in any way?
No.
Did Mr. Lally ask you to create a report of some sort that you could then turn over to the defense so that we would know that you have a new opinion that you're going to testify about?
No.
Did you write anything down about the new opinion that you had come up with related to this video?
No, I did not.
And your opinion, ultimately, that you imparted to Mr. Lally in that meeting was that the car did not move and the snow did not move, correct?
Correct.
I think that's all I have.
All right. Did you want to follow up at all, Mr. Lally?
Oh, thank you.
All right. So, Trooper, you are all set for today. We will see you Monday morning.
Thank you.
All right. So you're moving to exclude this. I'll hear you, Mr. Jackson.
Your Honor, it's very clear that this is a blatant discovery violation. The Commonwealth has at least the obligation to provide us with any new opinions that any expert is going to testify to on direct examination. They've known about this witness for not months, for a year, for a couple of years. They've known exactly what this witness has memorialized in his official report. They knew that the only thing that we had was the official report. They met with him 2 weeks ago. This has become a pattern of conduct by the Commonwealth over and over and over. We're finding these witnesses getting on the stand, finding out that there's been a sort of preemptive strike in some sort of a prep interview where they're coming up with new opinions, new conclusions, new facts. It happened with Jennifer McCabe. It's a new fact about coming up, going to Michael Lank's house. It happened with Officer Sarah, coming up with a new determination about what was said or not said at the scene that we had never heard before. That was also a prep session of some sort, or I believe it was. And then this witness, literally, it's not even like just, was it light out or was it dark out? This is a completely new opinion based on evidence that we presented or talked about in opening statement and have presented variously throughout this trial. And this officer gets on the stand and now has a new central opinion about whether or not we're right and that taillight lens could be cracked. That's something that should have at least been reduced to writing, and even if it was reduced to writing, it should have been excluded because it's a discovery violation. It's late. We don't have time to prepare for it, and we're caught off guard. I use the word at sidebar ambush, and I know that rankles the court, and the court doesn't like it, but that's exactly what it feels like.
That's been used both ways here, right? So it's a word, let's just take it out of here, make your point, okay?
I'll see if I can come up with a synonym for it.
Well, I
feel like
understand your argument, so focus on, just continue where you were, but no comment whether I like ambush or don't like ambush. It's a word I've heard a lot on both sides.
I understand, Your Honor. My point is the evidence that now is being sought should never be presented in front of the jury. We didn't have opportunity to get this in advance. This has at least, very least, been in the Commonwealth's possession for weeks. We took notes about it. He now says, well, I didn't take notes about that specifically. I don't believe that as far as I can throw it. I think he did take notes about it. He was shown the video, he provided a new opinion. Mr. Lally knew that he was providing a new opinion, and then the first time he discloses this opinion is in front of the 16 jurors, 15 jurors. We would ask for its exclusion, Your Honor. And I'll submit.
All right, Mr. Lally.
Yes, Your Honor. As far as the pattern, especially coming from counsel, I simply find it laughable. As far as Officer Sarif, I think what counsel was referring to was testimony that was in his grand jury testimony. He was crossed about whether or not it was in his report, but it was in his grand jury testimony. As far as Ms. McCabe is concerned, that was regarding reciprocal discovery that was given to the Commonwealth weeks into trial by the defendant. It was then shown to a witness, which is perfectly permissible. Counsel asked a question of Ms. McCabe on cross, and she was aware of the material based on the late disclosure of reciprocal discovery. So there's no violation there. As it relates to, and why I say laughable, Your Honor, is that I am still...
I don't like hearing you say laughable. Just
Understood.
Stick to what the arguments are. And
With respect to this witness...
Hold on. Quit the finger pointing, name calling, things like that, please. I know it's been a long week. It's been a particularly long day. But just focus on what you want to argue today.
And I apologize to the court for that, Your Honor. With respect to this testimony, it's well within his realm as a crash reconstructionist. This is a witness who's responded to and investigated hundreds of crashes involving damage to vehicles. Simply making an observation of contact between two vehicles or purported contact between two vehicles on a video. The force is self-evident, and whether or not that force is sufficient to cause the damage that he personally observed on the defendant's vehicle is well within his expertise and should be permissible as far as for this witness to be able to testify to.
What about the non-disclosure to the defense? Showing this video and asking for an opinion. What about that?
So, Your Honor, what I would say is I did not show this video and ask this opinion. This is a video that's actually the trooper mentioned to me that he had seen over the course of while the case was pending, probably over a year ago. That he had seen that video. What I showed him was the photographs of Mr. O'Keefe's vehicle and asked whether or not he observed any damage consistent with the damage to the taillight observing or popping up on Mr. O'Keefe's vehicle.
Why wasn't that turned over?
In hindsight, it should have been, Your Honor.
All right, so it's late. I'm not ruling here. I want to review everything. I'm not obviously taking any of the evidence home with me. I would like, if it's possible, for what your IT person did on the expanding, like he did this second time, maybe I missed it, but I didn't see the tire move this time.
It did.
So I'd like that. I'd like that video, and I would like, what's the exhibit number here?
It's Exhibit 6. Do you want just that video, Your Honor?
And the pictures of the cars, whatever was shown during this voir dire, I would like those emailed to me so that I can look at them this weekend while I'm deciding, or put them on a flash drive right now. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
We'll do a screen record and get it to the court by email. We can do that. I just need an hour once we get back to home base.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I could, I just want to close one loop.
Okay.
What I was referring to with Ms. McCabe, I want to make sure that this is clear because this has come up a couple of times. The only thing I was referring to, or what I was referring to, it's not the only thing, but what I was referring to with Ms. McCabe is after Ms. McCabe testified, days and days and days after she testified and she was excused as a witness, then we got the report from Lieutenant Tully about the new information that she disclosed on the witness stand. In other words, she was cross-examined about it, etc. And then after she testified and was cross-examined and gone, then we got a report that predated her testimony, that was in the possession of the Commonwealth, or at least in the possession of Lieutenant Tully. That's what I was talking about. I just wanted to make sure that we don't need to go into it any further.
Did you want to add anything to that, Mr. Lally?
No.
All right. So I'll see you Monday morning.
This is previously been marked as 12A.
You are unmuted.
Pause it. Did you see anything happen with that left rear tire of the Chevy Traverse?
Based on that video, it appears there might have been movement there.
This second time, maybe I missed it, but I didn't see the tire move this time.
It did.